Hey guys, it's Christy and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me. Today we are going to be ranking all of the face palettes that I tried in 2022. So before we get into it, I hope you'll consider subscribing to my channel before you leave. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy, and let's get into it. Okay, so before we get into today's video, this portion is very kindly sponsored by Ana Luisa. I am so excited to be partnering with them again. I am absolutely in love with all of their jewelry pieces. So I'm sure most of you have heard of them before. They are a sustainable jewelry brand. They are based in New York, but they offer very elegant, high quality pieces for a very fair price point, typically starting at $39 and up. But they're so high quality, and believe me when I tell you, I can tell when I put an inexpensive pair of earrings on, because after a few hours they're irritating my ears and I need to take them out. Whereas with Ana Luisa, I find I will put on a pair of their earrings, and I'm so lazy with jewelry that I will just leave it in and forget to take them out for a few days. And I can get away with that with Ana Luisa, whereas I can't from a lot of other jewelries. So that right there tells me how high quality their jewelry is. Their holiday sale is currently ongoing. So from December 6th to 20th, you can buy one, get one 50% off on all of their pieces. And from December 6th to 13th, there is going to be a flash sale where you can get 50% off gift sets. And then from December 20th to January 10th, it's going to be their end of year sale, which is going to be 20% off site-wide and up to 70% off select items. So I highly recommend checking that out anytime, but if you can get a discount, now is the time. So if you are familiar with my channel, you have seen me wear the Frida earrings so many times. I wear these all the time. They're just so low maintenance, easy to wear, they don't irritate my ears, and they're so cute and dainty. I just love them. You may have also seen me wear the Heritage necklace set. So it's just two very dainty gold chains. They look so beautiful. I wear those all of the time because I love them. They're so pretty and they just look so good with everything, and they're so delicate, so they're so feminine. Today I'm actually wearing the Kaya earrings, which are so pretty. They're just like this beautiful gold chain link with a diamond on the bottom. And then I'm wearing the Violet necklace, which is so dainty, but makes me feel so pretty and pulled together. I love this. And I also have the Elise earrings, which are just so pretty. They're just like that same type of huggy as the Frida that I wear all the time, but they're just so elevated by the little diamonds. So I think they're pieces make such an amazing gift for someone else or for yourself. I think they're such a great gift. So I will actually leave my link down below, and they've actually given me a code to share with you guys. It is ChristyH20, and that will get you 20% off their website. So a huge thank you to Ana Luisa for partnering with me on today's video, and let's get into the face palette ranking. I didn't actually purchase a ton of face palettes this year. I was really trying to scale that back because I just don't need a ton of them, but let's rank the ones I did try out. So the first one is from NYX, and this is their 3 Steps to Sculpt Trio. And this one I purchased because I always see Brianna Fox talking about it, and I picked this up in the shade Fair. So this is the lightest one. And I like it because I do think this is a great sculpting shade. This is a great powder, whether for highlighting or for setting down eyeshadow primer. I think it does really well for that. It does add a tiny bit of coverage, so if you need to fix something in your makeup, you can do that. This highlight just seems really redundant to me. It's just a little too sparkly, so I don't use that. The contour is honestly a little bit deep, so that's why this one is ranking at the bottom, because I don't get nearly as much use as I thought I would, which makes me really sad. But I do still like it. I still reach for it, but just not as much as some of the others. It is very affordable. Like I said, it's NYX, but I do wish I used this a little bit more than I do. So for that reason, this one is ranking at number 6. Coming in at number 5 is from Charlotte Tilbury, and this is not technically a face palette, but it's a face set. So this is her quick and easy 5-minute makeup set, and I think this one is in Date Night. So this comes like so. You just open it up and you get an eyeshadow wand, a stick highlight, and a stick blush. This retails for $75 US. So this is the highlight stick. So you do get a fair bit of product, but there is no lid. The packaging itself is the lid. There is the lip and cheek. So this is a blush and a lipstick. And you get the eye wand, which is really hard to get out. And it's really pretty, but I do find it to be a little bit too dry to draw all over the lid. I don't love doing that. It's just, for some reason, a little bit too dry on my lids. I do think this is a pretty set. However, it's just not one of my more reach for products just because it is, I don't typically do a full face of cream products, and if I do, it's not typically this. I just think this is really obnoxiously expensive for what it is. I like the idea behind it, and you can totally get really quick makeup with this. I've done it, and it really has helped me in a pinch when I'm in a hurry. What I don't like is that, one, there's no actual lid, so you can't use certain pieces separately if you need to. And I don't like all of the pieces. So you really have to keep everything in here. And then on top of that, it's $75. That translates to 95 Canadian. And that's just really, really steep for what this is. This maybe should have been in the 6th place, but I do not think this is worth the price point. I think the products are fine. They're good quality. I don't typically like things that work on lips and cheeks, but this is fine. The eye pencil, definitely a bit dry. The highlight's pretty. It's just that it's $75 for these products that you have to keep in here, and I just don't think it's worth it. I think maybe, given that Charlotte Tilbury does tend to have a huge markup, maybe $40, $50 at the very, very most. And I think this would be worth it, but otherwise, I just don't, not for the price point. The next product is actually a duo, and this came out at the very end of 2021, so I didn't get it in time to put it in my 2021 ranking. So I thought we would put it in this year's. And this is from Natasha Denona, and this is the Rose Cheek Duo. So she released this with her Mini Biba palette, which still has my heart. So this is just a cream blush and a powder highlight. Very, very pretty. I like the cream blush well enough. I think it's fine. The highlight's a little too deep for me, so I don't like that. And that's pretty much it. The quality of both is great. The highlight's very shiny. The blush is very, very pretty on my skin. It's just that the highlight's a little too deep, so I only really get use out of one of these products. So for that reason, this one is number 4. Coming in at number 3 is from Patrick Ta, and this is his Major Headlines Blush Palette Volume 2. So I did not pick up his first palette, which was released last year. It had 3 different blushes. I just found that the blush shades were a little deeper than I would personally like. So I was very excited when this one came out because this has 2 blush shades and a highlight, and I thought this would be amazing. So these are in duos. So we have Giving Flirty, Giving Sunkissed, and Giving Glossy. So I really liked that he threw a highlight in here. I found that it really kind of added to the value a little bit. And then of course the duos, and his blush formula is very high quality, but there's a few things I need to say about this. So the blushes, these powder blushes, are not the same as what is in his individual blush duos. These have so much kick up. They are very softly pressed, but they do look really beautiful. They're very blendable, very pigmented. They are really good blushes. A lot of kick up, but they are very good blushes. These creams are actually very sheer, which I was not expecting, but I also really enjoy. And I thought for sure Giving Flirty was going to be my shade, that beautiful baby doll pink, but the shade Giving Sunkissed is what I ended up loving the very most. So it's definitely more of a, almost got like a red tone to it, but it has like a gold shimmer in it, and it just looks so pretty and flattering. It definitely gives you that sun-kissed kind of look, and it is very, very beautiful. So this one ended up being my favorite. Moving into the highlight. The powder is fine. It doesn't have heavy glitter reflex in my experience. I think it's very pretty. I think it is really easy to work with. I think it's beautiful. The cream highlight though, I don't even know what the point of that is. It's kind of like a balm, but it does absolutely nothing for you. If you put it on over top of the rest of your makeup, it's gonna lift up the other makeup. if you put it on top of the powder after you've already put the powder down, it's just gonna mess it up. It's just a really not great product. The only time you can really get away with this balm is if you're really having a no makeup day and you're just gonna put that on its own. Otherwise, it's respectfully completely useless. So for that reason, this one is ranking a little bit lower. The blushes are good quality. I love them. Even though they are a different formula, I still really love them. But because the highlight, only half of it is good, I had to rank this one a little bit lower. Okay, coming in at number 2, we have a blush palette that was actually released maybe in 2020 or 2021. But either way, I picked this up this year on a discount and fell madly in love with it. This is the Jaclyn Cosmetics Rouge Affair Matte Blush Palette. This is actually really good. So the packaging is of course second to none. It's very, very beautiful. And this is the more pinky toned of the two. There is another one that is more peachy. This one is very, very pink, obviously. And it is absolutely beautiful. She did a good job with these blushes. Some of them are a little bit too bright and they are very pigmented. I initially did not pick this up right away because the way she showed them in her demo, I think she was just really, really trying to show how pigmented they were and building them up so much that I was like, there's no way I'm gonna wear something like that. But this kept calling to me, so I picked it up, and when I tried it out for myself, if you go in with a typical layer like an average person would, I think you'll really like this. It's beautiful. They are still really pigmented, but they are actually so wearable. You can customize shades if you like. I really love the shade Admirer because it's that really pretty cool tone pink. I also really enjoy French Kiss. It's also that more cooler pink, but it's got like a slight gold reflect. This one actually reminds me a lot of Orgasm from NARS, so it's going to be very flattering. These brighter ones are also really fun. I just really like this palette. I think it is actually really great quality. And coming in at number 1 is a palette that was leaked very early in the year, but took forever to come out. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk Beautifying Face Palette. And I love this so much. So much. So this is the same price as the Quick and Easy makeup, and this is so much more worth it. So in this one, you get 2 blushes, 2 highlights. So for my skin tone personally, this highlight down here is a bit more of a blush topper. This highlight is absolutely beautiful. I have used this blush so much that you can see, I'm not sure if you can tell on camera, but I'm starting to lose the Pillow Talk embossment. I don't reach for the shade as much. It is a little brighter, but I am truly, truly obsessed with this palette. And I don't use the term obsessed lightly. I think it's a little overused. I really use this so much. So I absolutely love it. The packaging is beautiful, and I think she nailed it with that one. I cannot say enough good things. I know this ended up being her holiday release along with her single shadows. I've definitely mentioned several times that I'm disappointed there was no eyeshadow palette, but in all honesty, I just wish this would have come out earlier in the year, and then there was one of her 12 pans for holiday. I wish we would have seen that, but I'm not upset this came out. This is absolutely beautiful. And that is it. So 6 palettes. Not all of them were home runs, but that is it for my face palette ranking. Let me know if you've tried any of these, or let me know what your favorites are down below. I want to say thank you again to Ana Luisa for working with me on today's video. Again, I will leave my link at the top of the description box, and you can use ChristyH20 for 20% off your order. So thank you again to Ana Luisa, and thank you so much to you guys without whom I would not have this opportunity. If you're new here, I hope you'll consider subscribing before you go. I do upload at least 3 new videos every single week. Thank you again so very much for watching, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!